I wish I was King Midas.
He's at it again.
All right. What's good, y'all? If you're watching this, and I welcome you to a series I like to call Mixed with Midas. I'm your host, Midas Black. I'm an audio mixing and mastering engineer, a producer, and an artist. And by doing this series, I really want to build a community with all of my producers out there, all of my engineers, all of my artists, just whatever. If you're a music creative, I want to build a community for real and just like have us learn from each other so we can truly make the best music that we possibly can with the tools we already have at our disposal. So without further ado, let's get into it. What I have with me today is a song by my boy Damani. This is a song that we did, him, myself, and Trent Dominic. The song's called Just Friends. It's a mix that I did last year. It's a beautiful song. If you haven't already heard it, I'm going to put the link to it in the description below. Because today we're just going to hop into how I mixed the beat and the melodies for the song. Because there's not really a whole lot going on, but I'm going to show you everything. So, as we have right here, I'm looking at the session and I'm gonna start with the guitars that we have here, and then everything here in the purple are my drums, and that's truly it. It's just the guitar and the drums. So I'm gonna play you just from the beginning until all the drums and stuff really come in, and then we'll start hopping into it one by one.
He's at it again.
All right, bet. So it's a really, really, really nice bop. I love it for real. And like I said, as we'll get started with it, I'll just tune in specifically onto the guitars and how we started with these. So we start off with just this main guitar. And this guitar kind of just goes throughout the entirety of the song. It's really the driving melody of it. We wanted it to kind of be like an old timey, like kind of bop, just like an old time bop. Something that just sounds kind of like old school. Like it just sounds familiar, you know. So with that, we actually had this guitar. It was recorded, and then what I did was I committed to the processing that I already had on the track, but then re-recorded that process track back into Pro Tools. So that way I could then just work with, because I think I had some other additional plugins and stuff up there. And so I just wanted to be able to work with the bare bones of the guitar track after I did a lot of processing and stuff. Also, so that way, you know, I'm not using up a lot of CPU. Commit, or just freeze. If you want to freeze tracks, if you're using Pro Tools, you can freeze tracks. I believe in other DAWs. I know in Ableton you can freeze tracks as well. But freeze the tracks if you have a lot of plugins and stuff going on, so you can free up some CPU and continue being creative. So that's what I did with this guitar part. I'm gonna bypass everything on the guitar bus, but on this main guitar, like I said, I have it being fed to this guitar bus, and what I have on it is a Puke Child, a nice little compression, and a very speed, just to kind of add to old timey feel of what's going on to give it some movement. So I'll play you with and without those. I have a delay here too, on pre, and it's not really doing a whole lot, just giving it some space. But I'll play you with and without. As you can see, like it was a mono signal, and we really wanted it to be like to be vibey, and something that's vibey is like taking up space. I really just wanted this guitar to take up some space. That's exactly what it did by doing that. I want to say these guitar parts, yeah, these were also recorded in addition to this main lead part. So I'll play you, and I know I have them panned left and right just so it adds more to the stereo field. So this is with those. Yeah, as you could tell, one of them is real, like this one that's panned to the right. It's real distorted and like almost like a lower tone. Like it's just like I probably EQ'd that one out a little bit more, committed it, and just kept it how it was here. Same for this one. It's like more of not as much of a higher or as a lower tone. It's a little more bright in nature. Just wanted to pan those, give the overall guitar itself some additional body and just like movement for real. And so this is with all three of those. Something I want to mention too is not everything that you record, especially if you're just in the moment and the vibe of creating it. Not everything that you record has to be like pristine, crystal clear, whatever. You can obviously hear hissing noises, and it's also coming from like the plugins and stuff. But that's cool because it just adds to that's the kind of feeling that we were trying to invoke anyways, which is like a vintage feel. And a lot of the vintage stuff, just has like noise. It's just a noise floor. So that was cool and we liked it. But then now I have that going into a guitar bus which has some EQing here. Some additional EQing here. As you can see, cutting a little bit, bringing a little more detail into it. It's going into virtual mix rack, some more saturation going on, slight EQing, slight compressing, more compressing, and then a fresh air to give it a little bit more detail, clarity at the tail end of it all. I'll play you with and without all of these. Although I am like going hard with the ratio here on this compressor, and my release is like moderately like just moderate. I'm only doing or only getting about negative 2.5 dB of gain reduction. So it seems like I was really just using this to tame it for real, just to tame some of those peaks and stuff. Because you can hear like as the guitar gets played, there's like peaks here and there. But those are the guitars. So I'm now gonna hop into the beat. So I'll play you just these ones. Layered it and panned them all Here, left, right, left, right, left, right. And I actually remember this is wow, this is amazing. I'm getting memories. Um we as you could tell, like these are real snaps. Like we recorded these. I'll just play like these two. Like those are room snaps. Because like we know the idea and the game plan was to embody like that vintage sound, and something they had a lot in vintage and like back in the day was, I mean, a lot of live sound production, but something as simple as snaps, bro, can go a long way. And I just remember doing this, and like we were like looking at each other trying to make sure that we stayed on beat. And then once we had like a nice swoop of snaps that were consistent and on beat, we're like, all right, bet we'll take that, and just kept layering them. Making music is fun, bro. Keep doing it. Keep making music. So, like I said, simple snaps. I just have them going all throughout. I have here SSL channel on all of them. It's probably the same going all throughout. It looks like I'm cutting, doing a little bit of, I say a little bit, but geez, I'm like at 6 for the ratio. For compressing, doing a little bit of cutting, EQ here and there, just to give it clarity. Yeah, it just gets to the pop because you know we really need to hear these snares or hear these snaps. You know, I'm raising it up a little bit, bringing it in a little bit more too. You know, just slight stuff, slight stuff. A little bit of a reverb going on as well, just to add to it so it's not so dry for all these snaps, or just for these main two. These other ones I disabled, man, it was too much. I wanted these to cut through a little more. So then from the snaps, that goes straight into this 808. Let me just make all these a little bit bigger, and we'll start where the 808 starts. Because on the 808, I just have a CLA 3A. During this time, I remember, I mean, I still do sometimes, but a lot of times with my 808s, I would go to this plugin. It just seemed to tame it the best without squashing it. Yeah, just tamed it. I have it straight up in the middle. So it was cool. Like I said, real gritty. I also have all these drums being fed to a drum bus where I have an API EQ, API compressor. See if I'm really doing a lot. 4-to-1, medium attack. See what's happening. Nah, not a whole lot going on, so that's cool. Um, just probably kept it real musical. Some additional saturation and compressing going on here, just for taming it, and then fresh air, of course, for clarity and detail. All right, so now after the 808, we're going straight into these hi-hats, which is pretty like self-explanatory. Just did a slight EQ move and hit it with a compressor. Seems like I'm going OD with it, but whatever works. Really wanted to tame it, and it seems like I said, like all this stuff looks like it's OD with like a 9-to-1 ratio and yada 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 whatever. But I'm only getting 3 dB of gain reduction. So like, not really all that crazy. Just wanted to tame it, keep it in the pocket, keep it where it was, sat it back a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, we'll go into some percussive element. I'm not doing anything to this besides just panning it to the left. And a little bit of reverb. What's this other element that comes into the right? Just nice little things, like I said, also a little bit of reverb there. On this open hi-hat, let's see, because what's this one here too? Oh, it's like a snare. I have a snare here on this purple track. I a glass snare. I can tell. I definitely just wanted to cut through a little bit. Didn't really want it to be like heard. Just wanted to cut through because it's hitting when the snaps hit. Um, when some of these other snares and stuff hit, like just really wanted to like wanted to cut through, cut through, cut through. So that's what a lot of these are doing. Like this green track. See what's happening here with this open hi hat. Honestly, I probably would have like I now would have put like a low fi up there and put it up here just so the saturation is not OD. Hold on. I just like softened it a little bit. Play it again. Yeah, like softened it, made it a little bit warmer. Like that's probably what I would do now. Just something slight. And then from there we're going straight into these kicks. You see how I'm having to always like manage your sessions to where it makes sense to you. Like I said, this was from a year ago. So bear with me. My sessions now aren't this jumbled. It feels jumbled to me. I don't like I'm just going through here and stuff. But it's all good, like I said. This red track right here, we just have a little whoop. Like a whoop. Something nice in the back. This kick. Let's see. I'm actually doing a lot to this kick here. Let's see what's going on. I have an EQ. That's an EQ. Distortion. Saturate a little bit. Seems like another saturation. I used to use Diablo all the time on like everything from kick to 808. A lot just in like the production stage. I don't use it a lot in the mixing stages unless like maybe my mind just thinks to go to it. And then it works with what I'm trying to accomplish. But man, it's just nice. Like it adds that punch, adds that grittiness that you want, that you're looking for. Use it on the kick here, made it help the kick cut through. And then I'm just compressing it a little bit. So I'll play you the kick with and without those elements. It's like it gets tamed and you don't really lose. I mean, you get a little bit more body of it. But it gets tamed and there's like some high frequency that was going on that I definitely heard and glad it got cut out. Let's see here. We have another kick, like a lo-fi kick going on with just whew, an EQ dip. Man, hey, if it works, make it torque. So this is what I have on this one. Hmm. Interesting. It's one of that boxiness of the kick of this lo-fi kick for real. You know, a lot of lo-fi kicks they do have like just a boxy tone of the kick. Some of them are a little bit deeper, but a lot of them they have like that. It's like that soft punch. So I guess I want that soft punch in contrast with this other kick. Yeah, you see how like since it's completely different in tone, it just cuts through. Love it. Um, something else we have going on is some percussive elements right here. One, two, three more snares. I'm not really doing anything to these. It's just leveling. Really, like I said, really wanted these snares to cut through, man. Really wanted these snares to cut through, and they're doing it. Let's see, I have another open hi hat on this purple track, closed hat on this green one. See what they sound like in comparison with the elements down here. Like that's dope. That's a nice little open hat. I'm glad we ran with that. That was cool. Um, I have another rattle here. It kind of just fills up the space in that one little part. Liked it. Even if you look at the waveforms going up right here, it's like there's nothing else in that spot. It's truly like, I mean, this hi-hat, and of course there's 808 going on, but like there's nothing else truly like in that range of the spot right here for that. It leaves room just for that rattler to cut through. That's dope. I have another clap with a long tail. Got a space, make it spacey. This rattler, I see I have it's like a space reverb going on there too. I have a perk. Like I said, you see, like there's hardly anything on these tracks for real. Like it's all just leveling. When you have really good uh production, you don't need a whole lot. You really don't. So this is, like I said, another perk. Man, this perk had me in a chokehold. Once upon a time, I used to use this perk all the time. It's just nice. Like it has a nice body. I like the way it sounds. It sits, cuts it, like it sits in the mix and stuff. Like it's really good. This is just my tag.
He's at it again.
Because he definitely is at it again. And I got a water drop here to also cut through in the mix. Something slight. And I'm pretty sure this is the wind chime. And I guess I have my other tag down here at the end, where we get close to the end of the song.
Midas.
Yep. And that, my friends, is truly, that's it. Like I said, I have it being fed to this drum bus, which is being fed to this instrument bus, which only has a compressor up there, which is being fed to music bus that I really just put up in there because I wasn't doing my two all vocals and all music bus prior to, like, during this time of when I mixed this. But I added there just so I have fuller control. And of course, all that's just getting fed to another G bus on the mix bus track. So I mean, that's truly it. That is truly it. Like, goes a long way. Goes a long way. Simple moves go a long way. So I'll play you everything like probably over here where the drums and stuff really go crazy. I think everything really gets played down here at the end, so I'll play right here. Man, like it's just addicting. It just sounds great. So I'll play you this whole ending part again, just with the guitars also going in through it. Man, like I said, that's really it. That's really it. Thank you again, you guys, for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below what you liked about it. Some ideas you might have thought of while watching. I mean, like I said, I wanna build, even if it's just like a small little niche community, man. Like I know already with audio engineering is niche, but like a lot of people are really, really starting to like gravitate towards it, which I do love. Especially my people, so I just love all of that, man. Hit me up in the DMs if you want to like collab, work together. And like I said, if you haven't heard this song already, it's on all digital streaming platforms. It's Damani. The song is called Just Friends, and it's featuring Trent Dominic and myself. Thank you guys again for tuning in, and I will see you all in the next one.